Hey there, everyone. Welcome to the Vince&Al Podcast. I'm Al.
And I'm Vince.
You didn't fall for it.
You almost got me in that one, but
No, but seriously, though, I'm Vince.
and I'm Al. No pranks.
No pranks this time. Welcome to our podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thank you. I'm just thinking about something that Vince told me before you played this played the song, and
Do you get it now?
I definitely did that one. I was trying not to die laughing. But
Oh, yeah.
that's hilarious. All right.
So funny. Okay.
Before we start this, I remember, and Vince saw this too, reading the comment of the Q&A,
That's right.
and we have plans of doing our own Q&A with questions that I have for Vince and Vince has for me. But if you guys want to, like, later down the road, ever, even maybe in this episode, just post a couple questions that you guys have for us. And maybe we can do a Q&A later down the road, maybe as a midweek segment or as another podcast. I think it's really cool just to hear your guys' questions and what you guys think about us.
Yeah, it can be deep or it can be as simple as what's our favorite cereal. I mean, we're not picky. Just whatever you guys want to submit, we would love to read and answer for you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so Vince, is it your turn first on? Well, what Vince and I are going to do in this episode is one topic be his and one topic be mine. Vince, you want to go first?
Sure.
All right.
Let me roll. Ooh, okay. I ended up getting pop culture.
Okay. I'd like to hear what you say about that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is something I've been seeing a lot on YouTube. I'm in a school with a bunch of girls, as everybody is, and I always hear, let's go do a late night Target run. So I finally talked to a girl in class named Peyton, and I said, what do you mean by like a midnight Target run? Because, yeah, I go to Target and I get my deodorant or whatever. But, like, what's so cool about a late night Target run? And before I tell you what she told me, Al, do you have any guesses as to why it's something that's so much fun to do?
I've heard about it, but no, I don't have any real guesses. I don't really know with girls what this means.
And it's not just like one person. It's like a full van full of guys and or girls going to Target. So I said, like, just explain it for me. Break it down. And she said, well, first of all, what makes Target so great is that it has a Starbucks. That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of a no-brainer. But I was curious to see what else made Target so great. And according to her, she also mentioned how when you go into a Walmart or Costco or something like that, you can tell that it's a warehouse by how high the ceiling is. And I thought this was such an interesting point. She said with Target, it's actually decorated with wall art, how it's low to the ground, and it feels like you're in like a genuine place rather than a store. I don't know why that makes it fun, but that was just her response. She mentioned how there's always like really nice employees there. She mentioned it's a great way to meet new people, either guys or girls. You also have like the icy area and like popcorn and all that. And there's also just, I don't know if it's that whole aesthetic of you're shopping at Target compared to like a Walmart, or what it is, but what I was going to ask you is there anything about Target that you value over another store that would make you like want to go there? Cause like I love Target, but I can't tell you why. I just like it.
Yeah, and that's a great question and point. In all honesty, if someone were to ask me, what do you prefer, Target or Walmart, I'm gonna go with Target. I think there's some reasons. Obviously, what she said with how Walmart and places Costco, it has like that warehouse feel. it kind of feels like I'm like industrialized and I'm just another person buying something from Walmart. I'm just another number. If that makes sense. Whereas
Mm-hmm.
in Target, it's still just as big, or not as big, but there's still a good amount of stuff in there. And at the end of the day, I'm just another number for Target. But they make it feel like I'm kind of important. I don't know. I personally don't buy a lot of things from Target. I don't personally buy a lot of things from Walmart. I do prefer Target, and I don't know. It has a more home feel to it. I'm currently moving from one place to another, and so we're at Target a lot because they have a lot of home goods. I think so does Walmart, but the style that Target has fits my family better. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I think Target would be for me, and yeah.
Essentially, I think there's one of two things going on here. If you go in Walmart, there's always a lot of people of all ages. But one thing I've really noticed is there's a lot of little kids in Target. I mean, I've noticed that like I've never noticed before. There's a lot of older people in Walmart. Um, I have a certain class that's business centric, and Al, I know you know that. And we look at demographics a lot, and we noticed how the color red really appeals to not just little kids, but to a wide range of people. And maybe the fact that it's red, that's why there's so many kids there, similar to like a McDonald's. Like it just attracts kids. I also think that Target has become, it hasn't just become a name of a brand, its logo is more iconic than maybe even its name. A lot of Targets, especially the one by us, it doesn't even have Target on the outside of the store. It just has the Target logo because it's so iconic, people already know what store it is. Um, Another thing, you talked about like Walmart and their home goods compared to Target. I think Target in general is like the more luxury version of Walmart. Now, it's not as big of a business as Walmart is, but its clothes are more, in my opinion, more luxury version of Walmart's. And that's not nothing against Walmart clothing. It's perfectly fine. It's just little stuff like that that I've noticed. Do you agree?
I do. I definitely do. And this is something I forgot to mention about Target. Target holds a special place in my heart because I grew up, at a younger age. My dad worked at Target a lot. And he was a manager or something, and so I just have a lot of memories. This is before, I would. It's like the brands and stuff like that. I just knew he worked at Target. It wasn't. I'm not sure if that makes any sense, but it's like I don't really know how to explain it. Like maybe I'm using a certain shampoo and then I realize, oh, this is Dove, or I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. I kind of explained it really bad, but what I'm trying to say is that he worked at Target, and so I kind of familiarized myself more with it. And I remember one day my dad was so proud because he used to work a lot of night shifts, so I wouldn't be able to see him. And he was so proud one day. I don't know how he gave it to me, but Target, like you said with the logo, how it's very, very popular and how people know it right away that that's Target. It looks like a Target, obviously, but they're other like they have like a mascot and the dog. I'm sure everyone also knows about that. My dad gave me a little dog that little dog with the Target over his either right or left eye. And that was like one of my favorite toys at that time, and it meant a lot to me. And so I think that's why I have more a familiarization, if that word is correct, with Target rather than Walmart. And going with with the color red attracting and appealing to kids, I think Target's more, and this isn't just to stereotype in terms of age, but yeah, I would say Target appeals more to the younger generation, whereas Walmart appeals more to the older generation. Yeah, you're going to see young people at Walmart. Yeah, you're going to see old people at Target. But generally speaking, I would say that is true.
Yeah, I'm totally with you, and I'm so glad you brought up the thing about your dad and the Target dog. I forgot all about that, but you're so right. Another thing I was thinking about when you brought up the Target dog, that dog is really showcased on a lot of gift cards as well. And quick survey, how many Walmart gift cards have you received in your lifetime?
Here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing. Going over how Walmart generally appeals to older people. My great grandma, um, which I'm so thankful for, and it's just like so generous of her that every single year she never forgets my birthday. I get a gift card, a $10 gift card to Walmart. And,
Aw.
I think that's kind of funny. So that's why I do get Walmart gift cards, but I actually have like a $25 gift card to Target as well. So I'm kind of loaded.
Well,
No, but
that's so nice
I
of your
think
grandma, dude.
I know it's really awesome, and I don't know. It makes me feel nice that she thinks about me, and she sends gift cards to every one of my family, in my extended family. So that's really cool. But
Oh.
I would say I would get more Target gift cards than Walmart gift cards.
Yeah, maybe I don't know, maybe you weren't like the best example from my little survey, but I'm actually glad I asked you because it's so I didn't know that, so that's really good to have that diversity with the gift cards. But I know for me, I don't think I've ever received the Walmart gift card, and I received a lot of Target gift cards. Also, I don't know if you remember those like optional standardized tests in school that you and I used
Oh
to
yeah,
take.
yeah,
And if you did opt to take one, they would give you like a $5 Target gift card.
yeah. Yeah, I remember those.
So I think just Target in general really appeals to the younger generation, and Walmart's once again we're kind of stereotyping, but at the same time we're just observing with our eyes. We think the Walmart's maybe towards the older generation.
And last thing I have to say, the reason why these big companies are so successful is um, they find ways, really smart ways, I would say, um, to market to their whatever audience they're trying to reach. So with you saying how they reach more out to the younger generation, that survey they partner with a certain company depending on what the survey is about, and then they tie in a $5 gift card. Just those small things can really help out a business. So I think Target's pretty successful in that marketing aspect as well.
Oh yeah, I think they're doing really good for a store. You ready to move on?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Awesome. We talked about that way longer than I thought we would.
Yeah, we did, but
I think it's
I
really
don't know.
relevant though. I mean, if kids are talking about it at school, why not us talk about it?
Yeah, it started with the Target run to market, the market of Target.
There you
I
go.
like that. All
All
right,
right,
I'm ready to go on.
I'm rolling. We have sneakers.
Sneakers.
Ooh,
Hmm.
this is unusual for us.
Well, the only article and with when I try to find something to talk about sneakers, I always like try to find what the newest sneaker that's to come out.
Yeah,
Um, and this isn't. And I actually have a website right now, and it's just sneaker news. Everyone knows about sneaker news.
love them.
And the article it's about the Adidas EQT racing shoe,
Mhm.
um, which I personally love. But it just came to mind because Vince and I have talked about this topic before, and I'd like to hear what he has to say about it. So, fairly recently, LeBron James, I'm going with this, came out with the LeBron 15's,
Whew.
which I'm just a big fan of all of his shoes. There's maybe one or two that I'm not a big fan of, but I think these are awesome because, and I was telling Vince, they look more like a lifestyle shoe than a basketball shoe.
Yep.
But with LeBron, his style shoes are very different. Basketball shoes are very different than the normal pair because just of his style of play. I like how each basketball shoe kind of fits into each style of play. With like Kyrie Irving shoes, they fit in because he does a lot of cuts and quick movements. So they have to have a lot of ankle support, and they have to have like sole support and have shoes that are ready to be able to make those cuts. But with LeBron, he's more of that, that big, train guy that just wrecks through everyone. And so it's a very unique style of shoe. It's a wider fit. I always loved how the LeBrons had like the reverse Nike logo. If that makes sense. Like it was like backwards on it.
Yeah, throwback to the
LeBron. I thought that
LeBron
was really
10.
cool.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. But these 15s don't really look like neither a Nike sneaker or a basketball sneaker. And like I said, I'm personally a big fan of LeBron sneakers, and I know Vince, you're not. But what are your thoughts about these 15s? I'd like to hear, because you're huge on sneakers. I'd like to hear what you have to say.
Oh, I appreciate it. First of all, shout out to everyone at Nike and LeBron James who did come up with this design, because this is the best LeBron design I've seen since the LeBron 12. I think it's been a solid 2-year drought of not the best LeBron shoes, in my opinion. The LeBron 12s, there was like 2 pairs that are absolutely insane. It's one of the best LeBrons I've ever seen, and that's the LeBron 12 Wheat and the successful return of the LeBron 12 Cork, or the return of the LeBron Cork. Other than that, though, I think all LeBron 12s had poor colorways. I think the LeBron 11s were a gorgeous shoe, but they weren't a sneaker. They were a boot. They were super heavy. And fun fact, LeBron did not play a single basketball game in the LeBron 11s. He would talk all the time how it was such a great shoe, but then a reporter once asked him, well, why don't you ever wear them on court? And he failed to answer because he didn't want to show the people at Nike, like dislove towards his shoe. But he ended up explaining later how it was the lacing system made it too hard for him to maneuver up and down the court with ease. So now jumping back to LeBron 15, he finally found a way to combine his off-court style, which I think is second to one, which is Russell Westbrook, and a successful Nike basketball sneaker. There's been a Kith collaboration where they put a zipper on it instead of laces. That's genius. A LeBron shoe has not done that yet. I want to see more of that. They finally added Flyknit onto a LeBron shoe. It's only been a matter of time since that was going to happen. The bottom, it's really cool because they took like a KD8/KD9 and they reinvented it and put that on a LeBron shoe. And not to mention, you brought up how the swoosh goes backwards. I'm a big fan of that. I think they could have put the swoosh somewhere better because it's really shoehorned in there, I think. Like they just found the most blank space to put it on and threw it in there. But nonetheless, it is creative. I just think that I would have never guessed it was a LeBron shoe, but I'm really glad that it is because if I ever were to get a pair, I think I'd be really proud to wear them. I'm really excited to see the new colorways that come down the line. I saw like a gray and tan pair. Those look really cool. Al, what do you think? Like, where do you like these compared to the 14s?
Yeah, I would say so. Just because I don't play, I don't really play basketball.
Yeah.
I would personally prior to these 15s coming out, I would say that I would wear the LeBrons. They would be my go-to sneakers when I would play basketball, just because I heard a lot of, at least from what I've heard some pretty good reviews on how good they handle on the court. But the 15s are more of, like I said before, they're kind of like more of a lifestyle sneaker. And before I go into talk about that, I just wanted to say I just love hearing you talk about all that because you just have so much background knowledge.
Thanks,
man. And you were able to share a lot about not just the LeBrons, but I'm sure if I were to pull up any other sneaker, you would be able to pull up. I think you
Thanks, man.
are really talented with that, just being able to have all that knowledge in sneakers. But anyway, with the LeBron being the lifestyle, I would say I'm more of a fan of the 15s than the 14s, just for the lifestyle aspect. And I think they're cool. And you said how you couldn't imagine those being LeBron James' shoes. And when I saw them come out, I follow LeBron James on Instagram, and he put it on his Instagram story, like before sneaker news got to it, before it actually became official, and he posted those sneakers. And I was like, wow, those are definitely don't look like LeBron shoes, but those are really nice, and I think they fit him well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like I said before, I'm a huge LeBron James sneaker fan, and maybe it's just because I'm a huge LeBron fan in general. Shout out to my midweek segment. But
if you guys have not listened to Al's midweek segment on Michael Jordan versus LeBron James, check it out. It is fantastic. It's probably one of the best breakdowns of the two players I've ever seen within a matter of minutes. So please check it out.
Dude, you had. Thanks, though.
I'm the plug. I got you.
With the talking about it's Flyknit, correct?
Yeah.
Mess up this.
You're good.
I think the LeBron sneakers are like one of the last sneakers to incorporate the Flyknit.
You're absolutely correct. Yeah.
And I think that's really underwhelming. I think that's frustrating. I think they could have tied it into the 13th, 14th. Like, they were tying Flyknit into Jordans before even LeBron sneakers. And here's why I'm frustrated, because LeBron James is probably Nike's main athlete, if not their main person.
Yeah.
And LeBron James is Nike's man, like their person, their go-to guy. He signed a lifetime deal with Nike. And so just Flyknit's like their biggest thing right now. You know, the thing that they should be most proud of, and the thing that they're incorporating the most in the majority of their sneakers. Like, they're redoing very famous sneakers that came out in the 90s and early 2000s, and they're incorporating Flyknit. I just think it's kind of, I wouldn't say a jerk move by Nike. Maybe LeBron James wasn't a huge fan. You know, I don't know about that, but I think they could have incorporated it much earlier. But I am glad they did these 15.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up real soon due to time. But that's a great point that you made. What makes me think is predominantly the KDs and Kobe's feature Flyknit. I wonder if the reviews on those shoes were so good that Nike said, "Hey, King James, I know you're not a fan of the Flyknit, but if we, add Flyknit, that'll really boost sales, thus giving you a bigger paycheck." Maybe it's like, let's just give it a shot. So who knows? We'll see. But I think that we can take away from this is that I hate Golden State. I am a Cavaliers fan, but some of my favorite shoes that I own are Kevin Durant's signature shoes. And just because he's on that team doesn't mean I'm going to hate those shoes. So just because LeBron James is is on the Cavaliers, doesn't mean I'm going to like every single one of his shoes. There's a lot of them that I don't, but the LeBron 15 is a solid model. I think it's a solid move by Nike. So, I don't know. Cheers to you, Nike. I'm clapping right now. It's a great shoe, and I can't wait to see the colorways that come out.
All right. Vince, I'm not sure if you have a quote, but I do, and I'll save it. Or
yeah. Let's hear it.
I'd like to end this one. It's not really a quote. It's more of a statement. If that makes sense.
Sure.
But here it is. It says, God only gives 3 answers so far. Number 1 being yes. Number 2 being not yet. And number 3 being I have something better in mind.
Could you say it one more time, because it cut out on my side of the line?
Yeah.
Awesome.
For sure. Okay, so here it is. It says, God only gives 3 answers to a prayer. The first one being yes, the second one being not yet, and the third being I have something better in mind.
Can you screenshot that and send it to me?
Yeah, I definitely can, bro.
That is awesome. I love it. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's a blessing to have you guys listen to us. Uh, we're talking so Al and I can catch up, but we're also broadcasting our voices for you guys. And we really appreciate your support.
We really do.
All
We
right.
really do.
Well, this wraps up episode 16. Thanks again, guys, for listening, and we'll catch you next time.
See you guys.
Oh, where's my music at? Aha, found it. See you guys. Oh my gosh. Success. Oh no. Well, normally this doesn't happen. Normally we don't have technical difficulties, but there we go. Take care, guys.